Alrighty guys, where have you been? It's been eons since I've seen you, and that you have come into old Steve-O's world. Glad to have you, glad to have you. So today's topic is pyramid games and framing games. Okay, we completed our frame jig. We'll talk about that in a second. We got to get the pyramid games out of the way. Oh, these pyramid people, it's all approved by the Food and Drug Administration. Yeah, right. The Fraud and Deception Association. That's what that stands for. And then this year and last year, we've been finding out, and the year before that, and the year before that, and it's been going on for some time, the FBI. Yeah, FBI. Yeah. FBI, isn't that something? Them are some beautiful people there. Fraudulent bitches and idiots. That's the FBI. Fraudulent bitches and idiots. Can you believe what's running this country right now, guys? Holy chamoly. Good golly, Miss Molly is all I can say about that. Man, oh man, and this pyramid thing. Oh my goodness, that's all put out by the Ag Department. Big Ag. You got Big Pharma, you got Big Ag, they're all together. You got all these fraudulent, corrupt politicians working with these people, skimming and scamming and on, screwing with the American people, warping their gourd. And they're warping your gourd with sugar, drugs and sugar. Just, you know, think about this, guys. Think about this. The crazy people that are in there now calling the shots. You got crazy, whacked out, nasty Nancy. You know who she is. You got crazy Chucky. You got whacked out Joe. And these people, guys, they're all following the food pyramid, and that's why they're whacked out, okay? They are whacked out. So get out of that food pyramid thing. This grains, and now they're putting Fruit Loops at the top, more sugar. Sugar, sugar, sugar. No wonder we're screwed up, guys. No wonder things are screwed up. You can't think clearly on cocaine. You can't think clearly on sugar. It's the same stuff. Same stuff, different day. I don't think I'm getting too whacked out on green tea, am I? Green tea and club soda, that's all I do. I don't think there's anything too much in either of those things to whack your brain out. But I do know what them people are on or something else. I'm telling you what, guys. Well, I just thought I'd throw that one in there, you know, the pyramid games. Yeah, the pyramid. Stop listening to these stupid people. Big Pharma, Big Ag, our corrupt government, they are all flipping high on sugar and Coke. There's a lot of sugar in Coke, you notice that? Wow, and then now we're just coming out with, as if we didn't know before, all of this sweetener, artificial sweetener. Yeah, that stuff is toxic to the human body. Toxic. No wonder we're so screwed up. I hear people just daily, it's in the family for that matter, daily in here, just screwed up and dying like crazy. On the phone crying, oh, I've got this, I've got that. Well, why don't you change it up? Surely somebody's heard my speeches. And you know what's the sad part about it is, Steve-O ain't no rocket scientist. Woo! Man, scary, isn't it? When a backwoods beekeeper gets what's going on, you got to start questioning things. How crazy is the rest of the world, right? corrupt and crazy, and they go hand in hand, okay? All right, that's enough of that. I preached enough on that today. The food pyramid sucks. Get away from that. Stop all sugar. I'm just gonna keep harping on you till you get it. Just leave comments below. Stop, Steve. Just say stop. We get it now, Steve. Oh, just stop it. You're driving us all crazy. We're gonna be as nuts as Nancy and Chucky. I know. I'm gonna keep after you though. But here's what's happening today. We finished up the framing jig. Yes. Framing games. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can do 11 at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 each side. Bought 100. They came in yesterday evening. I finished out. I got some surgical tubing. You can see here. This works perfect. I bought 3 feet of it, and it worked out perfect. You see the small eyelets here? I don't know what size that is. That's probably, I'm gonna say probably 3/8 across there from opening of that eyelet. It threads in. It did come out the other side, the threads, and I just ground it off with a bench grinder. The extra was coming out. But what I had to do here, this tubing was kind of a fat puppy to get in that little hole to where I could tie my knot on. See what I did? I put a knot right there. And I forgot to knock this down. These staples here. Let me do that right now before I hurt myself again. There we go. Deadly weapons hanging out everywhere. Okay. And what I did there, you see here, guys, I loaded this up. I put in 10, and I said, well, you need more than that because I had too much space, so I dropped in another one. That gave me 11 across here. And then I looked at my junk pile of wood, and lo and behold, I had a stick that wasn't quite, I think these are 3/8 thickness, and I had this little stick. It was a push stick, actually. It was a cut off from a table saw run, and it was perfect. Perfect length for this thing. And so I loaded up my 11. Then you see here I put a pencil mark. And then I took the clamp off, laid it down, and I shot an 1¼ inch staple in here and one down here from the inside. So now it is hooked to, as you can see here, it is stapled to this clamp board, like so. So that's all there is to this box. It's so simple. It's stupid. So all I do now is go down here with some Bondtite 3. You could use Bondtite 2, but I like 3 because it's waterproof. Not that I really need waterproof inside a beehive, because you can get away with Bondtite 2 or regular Bondtite if you like. But I do an overkill on everything, so I'm using Bondtite 3. So you're just gonna put a good daub right here, boom, 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 all the way down. And then you grab your top bars, load them up, have a rubber hammer, and tap these down. And then you can shoot them in. Yeah, I had to cut a sliver. You see that? I cut that tubing on a 45-degree angle. That way I could stick it through the hole, grab it with pliers and pull it through, knot it. So now I've got a nice box here that's tuned up and ready to go. So you could do the same thing. Let me throw you some quick measurements in case you want to build this rig. The height of this pallet wood right here is right about 5 1/4 on the height of that. And then we've got the width of the box is 17. I've got 17 here on the width of the box, and the length of the outside of the box is 21 inches. Not much to it. So you just cut your what is this one? This is 21 inches. So cut you this inside board here. This inside board is basically, well, it's 19 7/8. This board here, 19 7/8. But you can see I've got plenty of play here on each end. So this is kind of an overkill. You don't need to make it that tight. But what's nice is you put in these blocks here. They're shot in permanently. So that when you throw the thing up, you take your clamp board and kind of line it up with the outside edges here. Then all you got to do is pull. Actually, this is a slight bit oversized than this wood here. That worked out perfect. You can just slide it right in. It's already pre-adjusted, so you don't have to fight the clamp. See, this comes right in and out. It's just pure accident that I found this. So I looked in my junk pile and I said, hey, that don't look too bad. So yeah, here's another thing too. I got in my, I have to give a shout out to Rick Storman. Rick Storman, he's an old time guy. I say, oh, I don't know how old he is. I think he's older than I am. But anyway, he's a mentor. And he saw me with my little China eyelets. Let me show you something kind of interesting with China eyelets. With this whole frame order, I ordered up some eyelets. So from Man Lake, I got eyelets here, HD-185. There's 1,000. Economical as heck, guys, economical. This is the China eyelets here. And apparently China standards and US standards are two different animals, okay? I was going to take, and this, I have to thank, I gotta thank Rick Storman for this one, because I was about to screw up this tool here. See this tool? This is the driver tool for these eyelets. But notice, this does not fit in. This will not fit into the China eyelet. I had to drive these in with an awl. I shoved these in with an awl. Now, eventually I will use these, okay? But for now, I bought 2,000. But who knows when I'll run out of those, right? But I want to show you something. This is China. This is magnetic. Observe. So they are magnetic, okay? They are magnetic. The American ones are not. So I'm going to put these back in my bag. I have another 1,000 in there. But notice here, these nice eyelets here, they are not magnetic. So that tells me we have a quality brass product right there. And lo and behold, this tool falls right in there nice. And therefore, then when you order your end bars, order them with the holes in the end. That way you can stick this right in here and push that right on in like so. And now you have them installed nice and tight in there. Perfecto, guys, perfecto. So keep all your goodies here together. I'm going to drill a hole. I have this all over here. I'm going to drill another hole for this tool that sits in here like that. That way I got all my goodies on my framing wiring jig. like so. Yeah, I just thought I'd give you a quick heads up on the framing jig and the pyramid. We have to keep you tuned up on the pyramid and the scams that's going on. But you've only got one scam going on here today, guys. Only one. You have the pyramid scam, and then you've got, this is called the non-scam right here. This is the Steve-O framing games. So you know you're on the right page with this program. And that's all I got for you. I got to go to work. I'd love to sit and talk to you guys all day long, but I got to go to work. I'm going to knock out about 20 of these is all. I've got probably 20 in the barn. We will make these up as season goes. I'm sure this 100 is not going to be built this year. As I need these, as I see them coming up, I'm making up nukes. We're going to incorporate these wireframes. These will all be turned into wireframes, by the way. I have some plastic. I got plenty of plasticell frames out there now, but we'll incorporate these in as we make up nukes. That's the beauty of this. We can insert them in as we're robbing resources to make up more nukes. We'll start inserting these in. Cheap frames, guys, but they're quality frames. I mean, you can build these things, guys, but look at these intricate cuts here. You got this little bevel here. You got this cutout. You got these 4 holes to drill. You got this whole this action here, right? You got a little cutout there. They put a little bevel on that part so they go together easy, right? You can build these. I have done it before, but trust me, it's more of a pain in the ass than, I don't know, nasty Nancy. That's all I can say. It's more of a pain in the ass than nasty Nancy. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Be happy, be strong. We got to keep getting it on in this Florida heat all summer long. See ya. Okay, guys, just think of this. Bees do not waste their time trying to explain to flies that honey is better than shit, okay? So just remember that when some far left nut job tries to talk you out of your dreams.